Hello, volunteers. First, I want to say it's really awkward to film myself talking, but I think it's for the best that I'm not there today since I have a fever and we've been dealing with both pneumonia and bronchitis in my house. So I hope you guys are healthy and well. I didn't want to bring any illness down there. This is my husband's gaming computer setup, so I got the really cool headset and it's weird hearing myself talk, but we're going to get started. So first off, I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. It's really important to me that we remember that every job is important. So if you signed up to be a snack angel, to be a catechist, if you're still undecided, I just want to say thank you because it takes a whole lot of people to make this program work. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how the nights work. And I'll talk a little bit about our jobs, and then I will talk about some new changes that are happening this year, which is going to be really excited. So each Sunday night, starting on September 9th, because this weekend is our parent orientation, so we'll stay in the sanctuary after Mass this weekend, and then we have a break for Labor Day, and then we'll meet back on September 9th for the normal first day of classes. Every Sunday night, we'll start with the 5:30 Mass. I encourage you to come to the 5:30 Mass. If you do go to Mass as a family at a different time, just be here by 6:30 on Sunday nights. Parking lot monitors and snack angels do need to get here earlier. So the typical timing for a Sunday night is around 6:30. The 5:30 Mass will get out. Teens come to the dining room. They have a snack, we'll do some icebreakers and an opening prayer, and then around 7 o'clock, the middle schoolers will split from the high schoolers. So 8th grade will go to the gym to watch a video by the Chosen series, and then go to their small groups after the video is over. 7th grade will go straight to their upstairs classrooms, and high schoolers will stay in the dining room for their large group presentation before splitting for small groups around 7:45. During our icebreaker time, if the gym's open, we also allow the teens to play soccer or volleyball or basketball in the gym, so we ask that you do split yourselves evenly between those two rooms. Typically, the middle school catechists will start upstairs if you want to get your room ready for the night, and middle school aides will stay downstairs so that you have extra bodies to watch the teens in the dining room and the gym, and then you can walk upstairs with them when they are dismissed, so it kind of helps monitor the hallways as well. Every lesson plan is written out time-wise for everyone to look at, and then we ask that you dismiss your teens as close to 8:30 as possible. We know we need to go with the flow this year, so I want to say thank you for being flexible. Youth ministry tends to be more laid back than the younger grades because we have older kids to work with. We can be a little more flexible in what we're doing, but we still need commitment and we still need our schedule to stay on it as best we can. And this year especially, we'll be talking about witnessing and talking about our personal relationship with God, and that's what I really want you guys to share with your teens, is your relationship with Him and how they can get to know Jesus more. About once a month, we'll have a spirit night. A spirit night is led by Team Spirit, and all grades will meet together, and then they split into small groups. All catechists must be in attendance for spirit nights, even though Team Spirit is presenting, because we will have the small group discussions and breakouts and need to take attendance there as well. We are hoping to have adoration nights this year, just like we did last year, and we appreciate everyone being in the sanctuary and reminding the teens what it means to be respectful and what adoration is. So since there might be some people here who don't know exactly what our jobs are and what we do on Sunday nights, I'm going to go through a few of our job descriptions before I talk about some of the new things for this year. So junior high catechists are the lead teacher for the class. They look at the lesson plans ahead of time and they prepare to teach the class. Junior high aides assist in the classroom. They take attendance, they help pass out materials, they help answer questions, and they're also the second cleared adult in the room, but we ask that they are utilized to be much more than just another warm body in the room. We really want everyone participating and leading our kids. High school volunteers, their main job is to lead a small group, and they work with a partner. This year you guys will be picking your small groups based on saints, which is really exciting. About once a month, you'll also be in charge of leading the large group presentation. You'll have the lesson plan ahead of time, and you'll be able to sign up for the lesson that you want to teach ahead of time. And then you'll have time to prepare your part to teach, and you'll have a team to pick that you'll be teaching with as well. Snack angels prepare the snacks and drinks each night, and they also organize the snack donations when they come in. Parking lot monitors monitor the parking lot and help with the carpool line. They keep us safe, and they also keep teens from doing stupid things, so thank you to parking lot guys. Hall monitors, they are most valuable to make sure that we have 2 adults in each classroom. They are also able to monitor the hallway and place subs as needed. We have a few floaters this year, which is wonderful. Thank you for those who helped last year. So our safe environment policies for the diocese says there must be 2 safe environment cleared adults in each classroom at all times. So when someone's out and if we can't get a sub in time, it's really helpful because we have floaters to be able to sit in each classroom to make sure we don't have to split up classes. Our goal is to not have to split up a lot of classes this year because it was really disruptive last year and we have so many kids in one classroom. Substitutes come each night and help where they are needed, and they also make sure we abide by safe environment standards, like I said. So we have floaters, but our main goal will be to have designated substitutes to be able to go into a class when we know that a catechist or an aide or a high school volunteer is going to be out. It's always best to know us ahead of time so that we can be prepared in the classroom. So now I'm going to talk about some of the changes that we'll have this year that I'm really excited about. So high school small groups will be named after saints. Each small group will have a special devotion to that saint, and you'll be united by that story and mission. If you haven't discerned your saint yet, we can help discern that tonight. Our goal is to have 7 different small groups, but 2 of them are specifically focused on 2 different groups of teens. So our goal is to have a Blessed Pier Giorgio Frassati group, and that can be a group for the teens who already know most of what we're teaching, and this would be an opportunity for them to dive deeper into Catholic theology. So the idea is there's a lot of teens who go to Catholic schools or maybe have very strong teachers at home with their parents who have taught them about Catholic teaching a lot, and our goal is to have a place for them to be able to dive deeper into the topics that we talk about, because we've heard some of them complain that they already know everything that we learn on Sunday nights and they want to just dive deeper into that. So if there's a catechist out there who is interested in leading a group of kids who really know a lot of these things already, that'd be really helpful. We're also looking for a St. Elizabeth Ann Seton group. This would be a group for the teens who need to build their faith. Maybe these kids are the first time they've been at church, they've never been to a faith formation class before, the kids that want to learn more but haven't got the chance. This would be a group that can go over more basic information for the teens who may be behind on their Catholic education. So if you're interested in leading a group, feel free to change those saint names. Those are just 2 saints that to me exemplify those 2 ideas for this group. You can also pick a saint on service, the patron saint of young people, a saint that has a strong devotion towards prayer. So high school volunteers, feel free to pick whatever saint you feel called to lead your small group towards. But like I said, our goal is to have at least 2 of those groups that can be based, one towards groups of kids who need to dive deeper into their faith because they know a lot of the basic knowledge, and one for the kids who may be kind of behind and need to answer some more obvious questions. Another new thing for the middle schoolers is that you'll have prayer intention books in each classroom. So the beginning of class will include time to review the prayer intentions from the week before and to have an honest conversation with the youth about whether those prayers were answered or what a not right now answer from God means. This will replace the longer prayers at the end of the night, because a lot of you guys mentioned that there was distractions when class got out early and you couldn't complete the prayer at the end of the night. So the idea is that we'll have longer prayers at the beginning of the night so that the teens can build relationships and talk about their prayer intentions when there aren't as many distractions. And I'll show you what those journals look like at the parent orientation, because I don't have them with me right now. But our goal is also to have prayer cards in place that will help with certain prayer intentions. So if someone says, I need help on my test, or if I'm traveling this week, please pray for me, we maybe could have a St. Christopher prayer card for them to take home. Sorry about my cat, she just loves attention. We will also have a Spirit Booster of the Week, so any youth ministry volunteer will be able to nominate a teen for a special recognition in the program. Children's Faith Formation will also pick a child to recognize. We'll put their names on the bulletin board. It's just a way to recognize teens that they are appreciated, and to kind of make parents proud that their child is going to this program and to be excited to hear more about what their teen's doing. That's the overall goal with Spirit Boosters. For high school, we are going to have Team Spirit lead micro groups at the beginning of each night. So the idea is we want to form more relationships this year. So this will get the teens a chance to grow closer to their peers, to meet new people, and to start a real peer ministry program with the Team Spirit group. So each night when middle school is dismissed, high school will stay in the dining room but just kind of cluster together with Team Spirit members. and they'll talk about their week, any prayer intentions they have, what their goals are, any questions they have, and it just kind of will help them make some more close friends in the program too, because I'm sure many of you guys notice that during snack time, a lot of the kids sit by themselves or don't want to talk to people, but if every week they're talking to these certain people, the goal is that they can build stronger relationships. We pull from like 30 different high schools, so it's really helpful to have an opportunity for these kids to get to know people that they might not have met before. We'll still have the regular small groups at the end of the night. This micro group idea is just a way for team spirit to introduce themselves to the teens and to just build relationships and make teens feel more comfortable and more open to sharing. Junior high youth will also focus more on critical thinking, and we'll have a teaching on how to have healthy discussions. That'll be in the first lesson plan on September 9th. This will hopefully lead to more openness and thoughtfulness in the answers of the teens. It was noted last year by one of our floaters that the teens don't really know how to have a good discussion. They're used to being fed answers and writing them down on the test. So our goal this year is to have more opportunities for critical thinking and for them to really hash out more of their answers in a way that they can form their own opinions while we give them the basic knowledge to help them form those opinions. So now I have a few reminders for the year. Please make Sunday nights fun and interactive. A lot of high school nights will have group activities. Junior high youth thrives with that too. If you notice your class is getting bored or out of touch, if you need to take like a timeout, have a game, have an icebreaker, feel free. It's best to have the kids have a good experience at church and feel more comfortable and open to talking. Youth ministry is not about how much information we can give the kids. It's about giving them good experiences, good memories from church, and giving them resources to really fall in love with Jesus. And that's really our big goal for the year. We ask that you keep the rooms cleaned. There are pillows in a lot of the cabinets, so middle school teachers, and a lot of times you guys like to pull out the pillows, have the kids sit on the floor. Feel free to do that again. Each night you will have a folder when you come and check in at the front desk. You'll pick up your name badge and your small group folder that has attendance in it, so please remember to return that at the end of the night so that we can take attendance for the year. We also have some handouts throughout the year that we put in your folders. Make sure you pass those out so that important information can get back to the parents. So now we have some decisions to make and some discussions to have. So the first question is, with the small groups last year, if you remember, our high school small groups are based on why we like being Catholic. And the teens kind of took a quiz about their favorite parts of being Catholic, and that kind of helped them to discern their small groups. Would you think it'd be helpful to have a quiz like that again for the teens to maybe discern what saint they feel called to, or do you think we should just let them pick where they want to go? So that's a question for high school small group leaders to have. And we also are missing some junior high aides. We really need a lot more 7th and 8th grade aides. So we need to help recruit some more people. If there's anyone new here tonight, we would love if you could be a helper in one of our 7th or 8th grade classrooms. High school volunteers, you'll also need to pick your partner for the small group. Some of you guys have been working together for a few years, and that's great. Feel free to also pick someone new to work with, or someone who also feels called to be the same, to lead a group about the same saint. And you need to pick who your saint will be for your small group. You can look online. We have some prayer cards out for you to dig through. Just if you feel called to talk to the teens more about prayer, or to talk to the teens more about sports, right? A lot of them pick St. Sebastian or St. Cecilia, who's patron saint of music, for their confirmation saints. So if you want to lead a music small group with St. Cecilia, that would be wonderful. So junior high catechist, I'm sorry I don't have all the printouts to hand you today with your curriculum, but I will hand you a binder as soon as possible. Like I said, the first teaching night isn't until September 9th, so I do have time to give you that information. We will be using the videos in the classrooms just like we did last year, so all those instructions will be there. If you need any help with those classroom videos and the smart boards or anything, feel free to ask me before a Sunday night and I'll be happy to show you. Like I said, we also need more aides with the catechist, so you'll be talking about that tonight. High school volunteers, you'll be talking about your small group themes and picking partners. And I don't have the topics for you right now for this semester that you can sign up for yet, but each month is going to focus on a theme. So October will be a social justice theme. November we'll be talking about forgiveness. September is kind of an opening get to know you month. So our goal this year is to have months focused on certain topics, and then within that are smaller topics within that overarching theme, so that the kids can kind of get a more like all-inclusive information about those certain topics. And a lot of that information came up during Alive in You this year, and so we'll kind of be able to keep that more streamlined from what we learned this summer. So I think that's all the information that I need to give you today, so feel free to split up and do your discussions. Some of you will need to go to a safe environment training, and Rachel and Sharon Bush will let you guys know who needs to go watch a video and who needs to do a packet. And once again, I just want to say thank you so much for being here, and to the whole team for help setting everything up, because it's hard for me not to be there right now. So I want to say thank you for letting me be able to rely on you in order to make this mission of helping teens love Jesus more.